Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it.
Uh-oh, here we go again. Knock, knock.
Oh, wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Come on, man.
Oh, wow.
Hey.
Oh, wow.
Hey, no, never. Y'all will never do that again.
One last time.
One last time.
Oh, wow. Wow.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and it looks like things just keep spiraling for Will Smith. We saw over the weekend Netflix quietly back burner a Will Smith production, and over the weekend and into Monday now, we've seen even more people distance themselves from Will Smith after his infamous Oscars moment, and basically everybody's burying the guy now. I talked about when this originally happened how things were going to go slow at first as people in Hollywood waited to see which way the wind was blowing, and then it was going to be very quick. And that's exactly what we're seeing now. According to new reports, he had something in the work with Apple TV that's now in question. And even more bad news coming out about potentially Bad Boys 4 being delayed. These are all of his major projects are now basically on the back burner, paused or canceled, all because, well, he couldn't take a joke, essentially. His wife can take another guy, but he can't take a joke. We're going to get into all of this hilarity after a quick word from this video sponsor. Huge shout out to this video sponsor, Hero Wars. It's a fantasy online action RPG game with many PvP modes. From the very beginning of the game, you can play the campaign mode, which consists of more than 130 missions. Collect all the chests of the Dominion and win hundreds of thousands of coins on the very first day. The game currently has more than 50 completely different heroes with unique skills that will help you explore the Dominion. There are 6 different game modes: Arena, Airship, Outline, Guild, Infinite Tower, and the Grand Arena, so you always have something to do. A few more cool facts about Hero Wars: it's been played by more than 100 million players from all over the world, and it has a huge friendly community, which today exceeds 4 million people. And I finally found something interesting to do during YouTube ad rolls. I'm leveling Rufus now. No, that isn't my pet. Rufus is a very vibrant character in the cool action RPG Hero Wars. There are 2 different versions of Hero Wars, mobile on Android and iOS, and the web version. Join the game now and get a super chest with a secret hero, as well as 600 emeralds and 30,000 gold. Scan this QR code or download the game from the link below the video in the description or pinned comment, and I'll see you in the game. Now, this article in Esquire just came out just a few minutes ago. Will Smith's Oscar incident is derailing several of his movie productions. A week out from hitting Chris Rock, Bad Boys 4 and Fast and Loose have reportedly stalled. About 10 seconds after Chris Rock joked that Jada Pinkett Smith was going to be in G.I. Jane 2 at the Oscars, 2022 Oscars, energy of the ceremony shifted. Will Smith ascended to the stage and delivered Rock a swift slap, sending a shockwave of silence across the room and social media feeds into a frenzy. By the next morning, it was apparent the reverberations of the slap were going to be coursing through Hollywood for some time to come, and it's not just in the form of essays and statements. Last Friday, Will Smith made an announcement that he was resigning from the Academy. And now, as the incident is officially 1 week in the rear view, Smith is starting to see tangible repercussions of following his actions at the Academy Awards, as in ones that are going to hurt his bottom line. Smith's upcoming Netflix film, Fast and Loose, has reportedly slowed production, per The Hollywood Reporter. The film, which had already lost its director prior to Smith's altercation, was supposedly reprioritized following the Oscars. Smith was set to star in the film, which told the story of a crime boss who loses his memory after an attack. The news comes on the heels of another report of another Smith project derailment. Also, according to The Hollywood Reporter, Smith was given the first 40 or so pages of the script for Bad Boys 4, but that production has also been slowed for the time being. Smith has had a prolific career spanning 4 different decades. His brand for the longest time was that of an unimpeachably nice guy. The news following Sunday's spat proves that it is truly, at the very least, going to be a sizable bump in the road. Well, this on top of also, you see this article, Why Hollywood May Hit Pause on Upcoming Will Smith's Movies. This is from notorious Forbes movie review troll, Scott Mendelson. You see, we're broke courtesy of the Hollywood Reporter of the two most high-profile Will Smith projects, Sony's Bad Boys 4s and Netflix's Fast and Loose, have been put on the proverbial back burner. This news came a day after Smith resigned from the Academy of the Motion Picture and everything else, whatever like that. Studios are dropping one of the Hollywood's biggest stars, one who just won the Oscar for Best Actor, which for better or worse resulted in a standing ovation around 45 minutes after the incident, like a hot potato. Maybe it's certainly a bad look in the terms of the differing standards for, quote, canceled stars. Smith gets dumped right as Ezra Miller's Fantastic Beasts, The Secrets of Dumbledore is set to open. Well, yeah, I think Ezra Miller should probably take some time off too. Right now is a simple explanation could be the correct one. Every studio has copious amount of films in some form of development at any given time. Maybe one movie gets made every 10 that you read about online. And even seemingly surefire projects like, say, a third Bad Boys movie, which opened in early 2020, almost 17 years after Bad Boys 2, can suffer various stops and starts along the way to theaters. So just because two high-profile projects have been deprioritized, that doesn't mean Smith is never going to work in this town again. It just means that, for now, everyone is taking a moment. No studio wants to be the first to spend blockbuster bucks to find out that, yes, the Oscar incident did alter the extent to which audiences want to see Will Smith on screen, even in otherwise safe franchises. Tom Cruise's Mission Impossible 3 was the first big release to open after the controversial press tour for War of the Worlds. The third Mission Impossible movie was expected to earn revenue on par with the previous $457 million and Mission Impossible 2, $543 million. Instead, despite strong reviews, J.J. Abrams' Mission Impossible 3, which cast vaguely Katie Holmes-looking Michelle Monaghan as Ethan Hunt's fiancée, earned just $393 million. So essentially, people were turned off by it. This now also Hollywood agent halting work with Will Smith production company after slap. Now, Will Smith has a production company. It's put out, I think they were actually responsible for King Richard. So the idea that Will Smith could be completely cut out of Hollywood it's more difficult than not. Getting distribution for your films, that could be an incident or, a difficult thing. But, ultimately he still has this production company called Westbrook, which has gone into produced several TV series, including Cobra Kai, Bel Air, which is trash, and Pickett Smith's talk show, The Red Table Talk, which is also awful. However, the agent now told the Wrap, I'm not giving Westbrook any projects, and I may even blow up the ones that I currently have in negotiations. What's Westbrook without Will? Nothing. While Smith did eventually apologize to Rock for his actions, he didn't do so until the next day, which the agent took issue with. They also condemned the Academy for not escorting the 53-year-old off the premises after the incident, as he was allowed to stay and collect his Best Actor award later that very same night. Look, if my kids did this in school, they'd be suspended. If I did this at an event, I'd be escorted out, if not arrested, regardless if they press charges. Smith got treated like a god, and he's not. None of these people are. Will Packer handled it wrong, and the Academy didn't do S. And the speech was horrific to watch. Plus, Smith didn't even apologize to Rock and then partying all night long. New footage has since emerged since the incident where Pinkett Smith's reaction can clearly be seen. In Smith's public apology, he said that hitting people in all forms is poisonous and destructive. My behavior at last night's Academy Awards was unacceptable and inexcusable, blah, 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 blah. So his production company now losing gigs from various different agents. And this on top of Bad Boys 4 being potentially delayed for, whatever, for however long it may be. This guy might be literally that toxic now. Do I think his stardom, do I think he's completely canceled? No, I don't think so, because there's a large section of his following that totally supported this. It was embarrassing to watch, but there were lots of people that basically came out and said, oh yeah, this is fine. This is totally cool. And you know, for me, that was probably the most embarrassing part, is seeing all these people close to him, and even people I was seeing on Twitter. None of these people were, people I thought were my friends or anything, but it was embarrassing seeing everyone come out and say, "Oh my God, yeah, what a strong man." And then you have Amy Schumer forcing her way into it, which is even also doubly embarrassing. Will Smith slap says so much about toxic masculinity. So now we're going to see this narrative creep back up again. So now we're all going to have to hear about toxic masculinity again. No, Will Smith made a mistake. Will Smith made a mistake that was predicated by being publicly humiliated and emasculated in front of the world by his wife. If anything, it was toxic emasculinity, where he was trying to, I don't know if he thought it was going to be about a joke, or if he thought it was going to be a joke, but then he had that weird meltdown. I'm 100% fine seeing this because it shows some level of integrity. I still say, absolutely unequivocally that the Oscars should rescind his Oscar for Best Actor, simply because that's the only thing that he cares about. He can walk away from this and he'll still always have his Oscar. He'll still have his hundreds of millions of dollars. He'll still be able to do acting. And I'm not saying he should never work before. Again, I don't think he should be canceled, but I do think that if Hollywood means what they say, okay, then they would have. All I really wanted was them to revoke the Oscar and then let people decide if they, I'm not a Bad Boys fan, but like, I don't have any preconceived notions. If there was a good Will Smith movie coming out, I'd still see it. I don't know. What do you think? Like, do you think, oh, now you're not going to go see a Will Smith movie because of this? If the movie looks good and Will Smith is the actor, I'm still seeing it. But what's more frustrating is the double standard and the fact that all the whataboutism, like, oh, but what about Roman and what about, take theirs away too. I mean, this dude spat in the face of the Academy in front of tens of millions of people. And what are you going to do? You're going to take away his goodie bag? No, take the award away. And as he loses more and more projects, it's going to be interesting to see how all this shakes out. And Chris Rock still hasn't said a word about it. He's probably just sitting back and laughing because Will's career is crumbling and he's just out doing sold out shows. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.